In this video, we'll be changing the turbocharger on the 1.5 TDCi, and it is located at the front of the engine, just under this heat shield here. A little later on, I will explain why these fail. There's a fair few bits to take off, so let's get started. The biggest part of this job is removing the DPF, which is located down here. But before we get to that, we're going to get rid of some of the ducting and piping at the top. So we'll start by removing the air box. Remove the air pipe into the turbo and then the multi-plug, and the air box will pop out. And then the top black hose needs removing. Next, we need to remove the upper heat shield. But there's a few things that we need to take off before we do. The pressure pipe and the temperature sensors on the turbo, and also the lambda sensors. The temperature sensors are 14mm. A spanner will do this, and as you can see here, they do carbon up, so it's well worth giving them a clean once they're out. There are two of these, and then when we get to the heat shield, there are just various 10mm bolts holding the heat shield to the exhaust. Underneath, there is another lambda sensor where the exhaust joins under the vehicle. So we need to remove this as well, and then remove the clamp that joins the DPF filter to the remaining of the exhaust system. You can see some of the heat shield bolts here. So these need removing so that we can lift the heat shield upwards. Remove the bolts from the DPF to the engine also. And with that removed, we should now be able to lift the heat shield up from the top. It might catch a little bit, but just lift it slightly and it should come out like so. And then we can see the turbo. There is a little heat shield at the back, a couple of bolts on this, and then this will come out. The two just on the left hand side near the dipstick above the alternator that you can just see here. With that done, the heat shield at the back will just lift out. Now we need to concentrate on the oil feed return and any other associated wiring, vacuum pipes. There's one just down here that goes to the turbo actuator. I find using a screwdriver just helps pry the vacuum pipe off. And then we need to undo the remaining of the DPF filter. And then using some of these great pliers that we've got here, we can remove the clip that holds the DPF filter. I will put a link in the description, and there will be access on our How to Fix It website. I will try and list everything that we used in this video. And here we are. Here's the DPF filter all removed. So now we've got plenty of space. Here's the oil feed pipe that we're going to be removing shortly, and you can also see the bolt where the turbo bolt to the manifold. So check that everything is disconnected from the turbo. Then we'll remove the turbocharger feed pipe, and we need to take this off at the engine block because there is a filter behind it, and we're going to show you that in a second. Loosen the return pipe just here, and then this should slide off the engine block, and remove the bolts from the turbocharger as well. And then we can just remove the 4 nuts and bolts holding the turbocharger to the manifold, and then that's pretty much it. The turbocharger's off. So now we need to concentrate on the refitment of the turbocharger. Charger on, just make sure that the return pipe is fitted correctly, and then just offer the new turbocharger up to the manifold and then rebolt it back up. So the main reason that turbochargers fail is oil starvation, and on this particular model on the feed pipe there is a filter, and if this gets blocked or there isn't enough engine oil in the vehicle, this will cause the turbo to fail and the bearings to overheat and collapse, causing a lot of smoke. Now, as you can see, this filter on the feed pipe has totally deteriorated. So we're going to replace this with a new one. And then to prevent any damage to the new turbo, we just need to pop a little bit of oil inside the turbocharger feed and then rotate the turbocharger just to try and prime the bearings. Now the feed pipe can be reattached and we can move on with replacing the remaining parts. If you buy your turbo from a reputable company, you will find that all the seals and gaskets are included. All that remains to do now is pop the parts back on in reverse order and make sure you change the oil and filter because we don't want to damage that new turbocharger. It's worth noting, to prolong the life of your turbocharger, always do routine servicing, even if it's only the oil and filter, and make sure that there's plenty of oil in your vehicle at all times. When the vehicle is all assembled, just make sure you start the engine and leave it running for a few minutes. Don't rev it, just let the oil circulate around the turbo. And that's it, folks. Please remember to check out our website, howtofixit.co.uk. We've also got some guides with all the torque settings and information that you may need. This has been How to Fix It. Thanks for watching, and here are some more great TDCi videos that you can watch next. And I will see you there in a click.